Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-month reading for the second half of June. So we're moving from Gemini season into beautiful, your opposite sign actually, into Cancer season. So let's see what's coming in. We've got Two of Acorns, Insight and Focus. So look, like this beautiful hawk here, this is the Two of Wands. That there's potentially something new that's activating, a new path on the horizon, and really want you to focus on that, have a kind of a bird's eye view looking at that. And the hawk is just always about like looking at the details. That's really, really important. So yeah, there's some kind of specific insight that's coming in that they really want you to focus on. And what's shifting and changing is Cup 3 Pluto Cancer. So yeah, here we have transforming the energy of Cancer in your life. And this is about emotional connections. There's potentially some really amazing, they really want you to focus on how you're feeling around people, the emotional connections that are coming through. So something can be transformed around that is showing you that you're a very different person now to last time you may have been in a similar situation or seen this person. It's kind of got this sense of, I feel different now. So yeah, the emotional connections, and I think that you're going to be seeing things from this very different kind of perspective, but it is all about the little details that you're noticing as well. Sometimes it's like when your perception shifts, it suddenly you notice different things. So just become aware if there's a significant person. I feel like there's a significant relationship or relationships, like people in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic or in any way, but it's a sense of just some things, you're noticing things are different and observing that. So let's see what is coming through. And it has got a lot to do with emotional validation, how you're nurturing yourself, how you're safe you're feeling, how willing you are to open up to people. So kind of looking at that from a whole heap of different vantage points with that Two of Acorns. And with the Two of Acorns, like I said, this is a new path opens up for emotional connection. So that's I feel like, and this is more than one person. So it feels more like it's more friends and acquaintances or work people or neighbors. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's more of a really deep personal connection, but we'll see what else comes out. Maybe that will turn up in the reading. Let's see. So Capricorn, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading. Capricorn, just take what feels right, leave the rest, and here you are, the Emperor. And really trust your intuition with it. Crossed by the Hermit. So I think you're going to be taken into some emotional worlds, emotional realms. A lot of Cancer here with the Chariot coming in. That part of you is going to want to feel a little bit more in control of the situation here. So we've got the World card coming in. There's endings of cycles. Yeah, you're the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. There's all this new energy coming through, which is really nice. And the Four of Swords. Okay, interesting. The Four of Wands and a lot of foundational stuff, the Three of Pentacles. So at the root of all of this is about bringing in harmony around your self-worth, your self-value. That's what's coming in, building some really, really strong foundations around that. And it's all about what's being reflected back to you through emotion, like connections with other people, feeling validated with other people. So the situation is the Emperor. So it may be that we're looking at power dynamics within relationships here with the Emperor. And there's an opportunity for you to step into your power. But it's also a sense like the Emperor likes to control and create order, whereas this is more of an emotional realm that's coming in here with this. So it may be that it's trying to find the balance between those two. It may be that you're feeling like someone is around you who is controlling you or is overbearing in some way. Maybe they're just feeling too powerful and it's having some sort of emotional effect on you. But just, yeah, these power dynamics is what's going to be interesting. Crossed by the Hermit energy. So it might be saying, like I said, with I feel like with this Emperor energy, whoever this is, whether this is you or somebody else, it's almost like they're shutting themselves off from the emotion, but having to feel like I have to put forward this persona of being strong. I have to seem like I'm really, really strong and it's not affecting me emotionally, or therefore I'm not going to open up emotionally. And the Hermit card is kind of saying, is that in some way blocking you off or isolating you from a connection, or is that the wisest thing to do in this situation? So it's kind of looking at where you've potentially put up some walls here. That might be something that comes through with that. And yeah, we have in your conscious mind the Chariot. So this is the card, the major arcana that represents Cancer as well. And I find when you go into your opposite season, the universe presents challenges to you because you're kind of working with a very different energy that you need to balance into your world. But if you can meet those challenges or overcome those challenges, then the rewards are even greater. So that's what I always find. So with the Chariot in your conscious mind, this is kind of something that does it need to be emotionally driven, or is it emotionally driven? The Charioteer moves forward and is driving something forward. It requires a lot of determination and endurance, but there's the emotional energy is the thing that's steering this at this moment. And the Charioteer's got the armor on. It's like wanting to feel emotionally protected going into situations here. So where have you got your defenses up or your armor on? And it's kind of, like I said, blocking the connections or blocking you kind of exploring a connection even further. So interesting, because the chariot energy, the Cancer, like the crab, wants to feel safe behind its shell. So yeah, how safe are you feeling? How protected do you need to feel within a situation? And I don't really get that it's like one way or the other is kind of the correct path. I feel like there's new insight and they really want you to focus on this, but it may be that you're realizing you're not feeling emotionally safe in a situation, so you do need to put this armor up and to feel safe. Or it's the opposite, where it's like I've kind of unnecessarily got this wall up, and perhaps the warmth of human relationship and connection might be something that I might want to connect with this person. Maybe it is safe. So it could go either way. At the base, we've got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is really wanting to take action on something that you're kind of feeling quite passionate about. So this could be if you did have feelings for somebody, but you're getting like the wall back or the block, or you've got your defenses up. The King of Wands is quite passionate and creative, and is this quite motivated, like a leader energy that's coming in here. So it's trying to, it's very much like an Aries-like energy with the Emperor. So it's like trusting your instincts. But again, it's like with the King of Wands, it's how are you going to get like that, trust that passion or trust those instincts if you've got is with the armor. Do you put the armor on or do you take it off, kind of thing? So in the recent past, we've got the 8 of Cups, and this is saying that there's been some situations that have come in the recent past that have not, they're suddenly like either not feeling great or they haven't been fulfilling. This person has tasted all those cups and said there's something wanting. It's just not what I'm looking for. So it may be that it's kind of like, it's going to be really obvious, like, because I sense if there's something, this is emotionally detaching from something or someone, and so therefore you would put those barriers up if that's what's happening here with that as well. But I also feel like with the Cup 3 Pluto Cancer is that it's asking you to transform how connected you're feeling to other people. So it's giving you opportunities to open up and feel validated, and that might just feel uncomfortable for whatever reason. So we have in the near future the World card, and this is really an ending of a cycle. So it really is like potentially like a pattern of how open your heart, who and how and what and where do you open your heart to people. So there's something that can be reversioned or reworked in some way. It might also be that you're noticing who your people are, and this could be like losing connections in a way. Just going, you know what, it's just wasn't feeling right and I've detached from that person now. So it might be this sense of filtering through who's right for you and who isn't here with the World card. And yeah, that seems to be an important energy. So I do feel like this idea of a filter is really important to you, but it's like finding the balance. That's the thing. It's finding the balance between shutting yourself off and opening yourself up. So you're presenting as the 10 of Wands. So this is very much where you've possibly been a little bit burnt out. You've taken on a lot of a lot. You've potentially been carrying a lot of heavy things around. So to the point that it's felt like burnout. So whether this is like working too hard or taking on too many responsibilities or feeling emotionally responsible for something, it really feels like it's asking you, all this energy is asking you to come back to yourself and come back into your divine feminine and come back to your heart. And it's like it's perhaps more comfortable to deal with some things in a more detached, emotionally detached way or rational way, and to go out into the world and deal with that, and not to have to come in and deal with those inner emotions and have to kind of, how do I really feel? And to sit with those energies. So it's, I think that this 10 of Wands is kind of asking you to lighten your load a little bit. I think you're potentially ready for that. This is the Ace of Wands coming in. So the King of Wands is saying, I've been carrying these wands around for so long, these things that used to motivate me, but now kind of just feel heavy for whatever reason. And there's something new I'm searching for here with the Ace of Wands. What is it that I really want? I'm kind of asking that question. What am I truly looking for on that emotional level? So, the Ace of Wands is that there is an opportunity to rework what it is that you want within the situation. And I feel like it's more of a general energy, not specific to a particular relationship, even though like it's kind of like this is how you are, within like connections, but it feels like certain like relationships, the insights that you're getting in certain situations are going to be like crystal clear. It's going to be quite fascinating, I think, the information you're getting around that. So hopes and fears, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So it's almost like you're wanting it to be an Ace of Pentacles, which is the Ace of Earth. It's a new cycle that comes in around the Earth. And you would be feeling like being an Earth sign, that's a lot more comfortable for you to be like building and growing something and all of this sort of stuff on the material realm. And they're saying, well, that's not what's on offer. What's on offer is the Ace of Wands. It's the fire. And it's fire, passion, creativity, it's desire, it's what do you really truly want. And it might be just a slightly different element that it's like, it's just working with an energy that you don't necessarily feel super comfortable with. It's not your comfort zone about what's on offer here. And the universe is deliberately taking you out of that comfort zone so that you can open up to these new paths that are coming in. So it's actually, as an outcome, you've got the 2 4s and a 3. So the 4s represent foundations. I feel like this is sort of like a sense of retreat, come back into myself. I need to retreat away from the outside world and just come back in and retreat from a situation, retreat from just this energy of retreat with the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Wands, perhaps come back home, retreat back to home base, retreat back to a safe place and have a big deep think about what it is that you truly want. What is it that you're truly desiring here? With groups of people, with the 3 of Pentacles, this is sharing your energy with other people. And it is about your self-worth, your self-value. How valued are you feeling within those situations? And how valuable do you see those people as well? So there's this real collective group dynamic energy that you're working with here. And that's why I feel like it's more work friends, acquaintances, social groups, social clubs, friends, that kind of level, not so much the real close personal ones that you are kind of having a big deep think about. Like there's new paths that are opening up that can shift some. It's like you've got some foundations here. Where do you want to go next with it? So, and this is, I kind of also feel like, yeah, this is more like the divine. There might be more comfort in being in the divine masculine, and it really is asking you to be in the divine feminine and to kind of sit with yourself. And so we're seeing here that the Six of Pentacles it's all about balance. It's about giving a little bit of extra to an energy or being ready to open to receive to a new energy, especially within the give and take of a relationship. Which one are you usually, a giver or a taker? We're usually one or the other. And it's kind of saying flip that, whichever one, flip the narrative that's going on inside your mind. So if you're more of a giver, be ready to open to receive. And to or vice versa, because there's balance that can be restored here within relationships that can actually, only takes a little bit with this Six of Pentacles, but it's interesting to see how the dynamics are at play and how you are within the giving and taking of relationships. So let's see, we've got, as an affirmation card, my income is constantly increasing. So it's kind of interesting because what I wanted to say with the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands and the Emperors, these are all very ambitious energies as well. So it's like they're the seeds of ambition that are coming through here with this. But the pathway to gaining those ambitions is through connections, networking, connecting with other people. So there's kind of an interesting energy. And we talk about income, and the Three of Pentacles is about value. So it may be that you can kind of put those two together. It may be about income and money increasing, but it can also be this increased sense of value that you're getting and self-worth. So it says, I begin now today to open myself to ever-increasing prosperity. So it's kind of interesting because this energy really feels like you kind of shut off. You've got the defenses up and you're being asked to open up to something new. So there's a lot of Venus-like energy around with this reading. It feels like it's either connected to love and emotional connections or money in some way, shape or form. Whatever it is that you're kind of attracting towards you at this moment in time, how have you shut yourself off? And there's an opportunity to open a door and a new path that can bring more of what that is that you're seeking in. And I feel like, that's what's going to be reflected back to you through these connections that are coming. It's kind of showing you the pattern or how you are in those situations. So let's pull a charm for you, Capricorn. Let's pull a charm. We have, beautiful, the little butterfly. So it really feels like there's a particular area of your life that can transform. Here with the butterfly, it's just a little one. So when it comes in small, I get that it's a focused area and you do have insight and focus. So I feel like you will be guided. You will see it really clearly with the hawk energy about where you are focusing this energy, what it is that you're attracting in, what you're seeing as what is valuable to you, and how are you blocking stepping in and expanding and connecting to something you really, really want. Interesting. You can transform that area of your life. So that's your reading, Capricorn. Thanks so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments and take care.